feel like I don't feel tipsy, and I don't know what to do with myself. Hello there, storytellers, and welcome to another Tipsy Tales. So with the upcoming release of Kingdom Hearts 3, a game we've been waiting forever for, what better time than now to look back fondly on the past two Kingdom Hearts games? Without further ado, we drink. So this franchise is based on the fantasy universe of worlds. It's a combo of Disney and Square Enix stylings. And Square Enix, if you don't know, they do all the Final Fantasy games. Consider Final Fantasy characters and Disney combined. And that's what you get when you play Kingdom Hearts. So the game starts off with Sora, Riku, and Kairi, and they want to leave the Destiny Islands where they grew up and explore new worlds. And how they're going to do that, I'm not really sure, considering all they have is a raft. There's a drawn-out exposition where Sora and Riku are bantering and competing over the affections of Kairi. Standard patriarchal nonsense, if I have anything to say about it. But, however, their plans are derafted, if you will, because the islands are attacked by the Heartless. Now, the Heartless are the main antagonists of this game. And fun fact, they're actually hearts that behave without any emotions. They're just void of all emotion. So like when I was 20, I wanted to be a Heartless, devoid of all emotion. So anyway, Riku and Kairi disappear and you begin to play the game as Sora, who obtains this weapon called a Keyblade, which is literally just what it sounds like, a blade shaped like a key. Moving on, the islands are destroyed and Sora sort of like drifts into this nothingness of space, which is very existential for a Disney game. So in another world, but also during the same time as this, you have King Mickey, who leaves his own world to go off and fight the Heartless. And this leaves Donald and Goofy in charge of finding the key that will protect all of the worlds in the universe. It's a key. I wonder what this key may look like. Interesting. Donald and Goofy, they get on their gummy ship, which is a name that bugs me for some reason, and I'm not really sure why that is. But they travel to Traverse Town, which is actually where Sora ends up. Because remember, he was doing that weird like drifting in nothingness space thing. So they all meet up and they decide to buddy up like the Three Musketeers, which is what I will hopefully be referring to them from now on. And thus, we begin the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts. So you travel to Disney-inspired worlds, you fight the Heartless, and you use the Keyblade to lock the keyholes of each of these individual worlds, and it pretentious. I'm gonna stop talking now and drink. So, you travel through Disney-inspired worlds, and I quote the wiki page, Disney-inspired. They're Disney, they're not inspired. They are Disney. But anyway, you travel through these worlds, and you fight the Heartless, and you use the Keyblade to lock up the keyholes of each of these worlds, which then prevents them from being consumed by the Heartless. In case you were wondering about any of the villains of Disney, do not worry, they make appearances, led by Maleficent, who is a solid leader choice, to be honest. They all seek out the Princesses of Heart. They will unlock the keyhole that leads to Kingdom Hearts, which, I'm gonna be real honest with you, I have never finished this game, and I always get stuck at like a boss level and then I give up for like 2 years and then I go back to it. So just in case you thought that the game was named Kingdom Hearts because of like Sora and the Keyblade and all the mention of Heartless and stuff, no, the Kingdom Hearts is actually a thing, and it's the source of all hearts and also holds immense power and knowledge. And I gotta say, Maleficent, she's got some good life goals, strong life goals. So by the way, Riku, he is part of this group of evil. Maleficent promises that she will help him find Kairi if he helps her. So eventually he finds Kairi's body, but not her heart. And I think that's just really gruesome. And also the wiki page, it just like leaves it at that. It doesn't give any context. It just says he finds her body and not her heart. And I think I've just watched too much sci-fi shows recently for me to handle that properly. But it just seems gruesome to me, I'm just saying. So does this game seem long-winded to you? Because it does for me. But we're gonna keep going. We gotta move this train along. Finally, Sora, Goofy, and Donald end up at Maleficent's HQ of Hollow Bastion. I think that's how you say it. I'm not willing to go look it up but it sounds French and it sounds fancy. So while you're there, Riku takes away the Keyblade from Sora and saying that he's actually the intended wielder of this blade. So Donald and Goofy have to like peace out on their bro because they've got to go follow whoever is holding this Keyblade based on the, the decisions of King Mickey and his orders. So in a passionate speech that Sora gives about friendship and hearts and all that stuff, Sora actually gets back the Keyblade. So they defeat Maleficent, they find Kairi's body, and confront Riku, who's been now possessed by someone of the name of Ansem, who is actually the real threat of this entire game. Turns out that Kairi's a princess of heart, which I think you could kind of guess by that point. And her heart's actually been hiding inside of Sora's body ever since the beginning of the game when Destiny Islands was attacked. So Ansem / Riku gets defeated, obviously, and Sora impales himself upon Ansem's Keyblade, which unlocks hearts. Again, I say, gruesome. So he releases his own heart, as well as Kairi's, which returns to her own body. So then Sora then becomes a Heartless, but is restored by Kairi's heart. It's just a very long, drawn-out, metaphorical story for love. But the plot does not stop for love. It's still the end of the world, and Sora, Donald, and Goofy battle Ansem at the door to Kingdom Hearts. But Ansem believes that this holds, like, a lot of darkness, which doesn't really make sense because, like, the good guys are protecting it. I don't know. I have a lot of questions about that. But he opens it, and it turns out it's just a bunch of, like, happiness and light. And it's so bright, it's the equivalent of the sun, that it destroys him. And it also reveals that within is King Mickey and Riku, as well as a ton of other Heartless. So together, they all close this door to Kingdom Hearts, and the worlds are reconstructed. King Mickey and Riku are locked within Kingdom Hearts with a lot of Heartless alone to fight for themselves, and Kairi returns home also alone. And the game ends with Sora, Donald, and Goofy traveling to find Riku and King Mickey. And there you have it, end of game 1. Next week, I'll be doing Kingdom Hearts 2. Which I've never played, so we're gonna learn a lot together. So if you like this video, if you're excited for part 2 of this video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe, all that stuff. And keep on shining, storytellers. Oh, I have a whole other video to film now.